Well, hello, really, Ringwood. And
Hello.
Hello.
How's your 2023 been so far?
Wonderful.
Surprisingly warm.
I know.
I guess snow doesn't exist anymore. I'm not
No,
sure.
well, now there's a topic that we're just not going to unpack that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
we're not
you're
quite there yet.
You're on to something, I think. And anyway, so hi everybody in Ringwood. Welcome back, and we're back. So if you missed us, well, thanks.
Thank
and
you.
If you think we're the worst, also
thank you.
thank you very much. Because to us, this is how community happens. But you can read things, you can agree with them, you can disagree with them, and then you can hear somebody else give you a viewpoint and repeat that and love it and hate it all over again. But as you decide for yourself what it is that you believe to be your viewpoint, well, we're kind of there to help you along with that thought, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you remember, that's actually how we got our start. Like many of you who've been listening to us over the last few months, we've been blocked, we've been banned, we've been trolled, we've been bullied by people on social media for just not agreeing with them. I mean, some of those who did the blocking and the banning are people you know and couldn't believe they would do that to you or your friends or your neighbors.
I know you see something, they're like, wait a minute, I know her.
Yep.
That's not the way
Yeah.
she is
They
in real
live in our
life.
town.
Yeah, the bravery
They work
behind
in
the
our
keyboard.
Oh my God. So yeah, but did they continue to do that? Sure they did, of course. But unless they get called out, you're magically able to see, that's what my neighbor really is like, right? So coincidence about what they're thinking versus telling you versus what they're typing and going on social media about?
Mhm.
Yeah, and some of them are Facebook alter egos that look real, but they're just current or former board members' second profiles designed to amplify their negativity and to bully you out of existence.
And, well, they just keep spreading their version of information. So, yep, we're still watching you, Melinda, Mary, Matt, a few others.
Still watching.
We know you're out there. You've been quiet, which means you're probably listening to us, and you knew that. But, hey, we're still watching you. And if you're going to come back and see us in this town or haunt us in this town or talk about things in this town, we'll be right there ready for you.
For us, 2023 brings opportunities to keep bringing you the side of the story that you likely aren't seeing on our community groups. And we are going to widen our attention to other parts of Ringwood, other organizations in town, events, issues, and more. Like the drag queen epidemic.
The
we've heard
drag
about.
queen epidemic.
I have, okay, so there have been, 2 Board of Ed meetings, 1 council meeting, and I think at almost every one of them, at least maybe 2 of them, we've been led to believe that there's going to be some drag queen storm warning coming into Ringwood, and if you're not ready for it, it could... Wait, that's not a thing?
That's not a thing.
No.
Here's a
thing.
question. If there was a vaccine against drag queens, would people in this town get it?
Now that is the kind of hard-hitting question that we at Really Ringwood are going to ask all of you in the community to ask your friends who think the drag queens are coming, but if there was a vaccine, would you take it to it? You get the point. Some things are just absurd, but it's 2023 and all things are possible.
Yeah, nothing's off the table, it seems.
No. We've previously highlighted the extended period of time that the Ringwood Borough Council has been comprised of just one single party.
And as it would just so happen, that's led us to a lack of accountability and transparency with what happens here in our town. And it's led to a lengthy stagnation, I think is what I would call it at least, in seeing any kind of growth and development here in Ringwood as well.
And we're going to look at something that I think just about everyone can agree is a visual reminder of this every day. And that's Fieldstone Shopping Center.
I mean, whether it's the moon crater-like parking lot you got to drive through, the vacant stores, the rundown look of the storefronts, or just how long it's been able to just keep on looking like this.
And smelling like this.
With no change or accountability in sight, we are going to dig into this.
Because it isn't just about the condition of the shopping center. It's about more than that. The questions about redevelopment, high-density housing, why the management company has other properties that shockingly are not in the condition the Fieldstone is in, and what is happening behind the scenes of town council meetings and public comment.
This is the more to the story that just we as a group here, we just haven't seen it out there, and we believe that this is the kind of stuff that we need to be talking about as a community and as Really Ringwood, and we think we're going to be able to unpack that for everyone to get some details to.
And as always, the business of the Board of Ed is the business of us, our families, our children, and Ringwood as a whole. And we're going to keep our attention there. As always, engagement at council meetings and Board of Ed meetings is a great way to have your voices heard. We will continue to unpack everything discussed and addressed at these meetings as they are a matter of public record.
Yeah, so, whether it's what's on the agenda, what is spoken about by any of us from within the community, we are absolutely going to make sure that what is said gets its voice heard and unpacked and understood by everybody in the community, not just one side of the story.
Yeah, we're really glad that you continue to find an interest in hearing about the other side of the story in Ringwood. You've likely noticed that just about every point we discuss is backed up with details that we share with you on screen or in our own words during the episode.
Yeah, and are we always going to get it right? No. Are you always going to agree with us?
Nope.
No.
Maybe
That's okay.
That's all right. Maybe or maybe not. I mean, and again, if you disagree about something we're talking about, that's spectacular because it shows that you're thinking about it, and maybe you're even wanting to talk about it with your neighbors, with your friends, and others in the community.
We think of Really Ringwood like a post in a Facebook group that someone is reading to you, and our posting also has pictures and videos, because that is all this is when you break it down. We are just a group of people who get together and found a need to share things from another perspective that just wasn't out there.
And we shouldn't be your only source of information. Seriously, we just ask that anyone in our community considers all sides of any issue that's important to you, or we discuss here, before you make up your mind in our community.
I mean, in fact, we do want you to have these discussions your way without the cloud of being bullied or beaten down. Not everyone likes to be in the middle of a back and forth on Facebook as a place to talk, right? I mean, it's exhausting. I put a comment out there and then 25 people disagreed with me, and now I have to re-argue that case 24 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's the way that bullying and trolling happens out there on the internet and especially on Facebook. But we know that some of you would prefer to be more private in your conversations and probably host those conversations on your own feeds, on your own walls, so that you're not bombarded by strangers giving their extra commentary or your neighbor where you have that feeling of, oh my gosh, I had no idea he thought that way. So in the real world, most of us go offline and we talk about things amongst ourselves.
And we've made a commitment. We have not and will not ban or block anyone from seeing what we're talking about, what we've made, no matter how many times you give us a mad face or a poop emoji. Now that's a stark contrast to how others in this town have decided to run their messaging in their groups, limiting the visibility of their statements along with the moderators and the admins of these various Facebook groups in our town.
Yeah, so please share the links to our videos that you are obviously you found us, you're listening to us now. There's a share link. If you just take a look for it, click it. And now start your own post in support of what you just heard us say, in complete argument of what are these idiots talking about? I mean, what again, we want you to do that. We don't have to be right all the time. Trust me, most of us are involved in some sort of a relationship in our lives. We know we are not right all the time. So you'll find those share buttons on each and every post that we do. So please start your own conversation, stay in control of those who are commenting, and get the kind of agreement and disagreement, discord, whatever it is, on your own terms, not somebody else's.
Because this means that you are being a community and engaging with each other in the most comfortable way each of you would prefer. And you aren't forced to do it on a Facebook group where there's bullying and trolling.
Facebook account, over 140 and climbing, in fact, and we've been wrestling with how to manage that. So what do we do with those requests? Instead of doing the traditional friends on Facebook thing, we're going to use this account as a place where you can simply follow us. In fact, look at your screen and see how easy it is. As we post, you'll see it in your newsfeed. Plus, you will be in control of who sees your interests and that you're listening to us. Because let's face it, once you've added someone into your Facebook friends list, you will be labeled. Labeled as one of those people, or you associate with them so we can't be friends anymore. And no one deserves that attention just because you listen to the occasional episode of Really Ringwood. If you are a Facebook kind of person, follow us, and you can consider us friends who follow.
So that's it. We're back.
We're back.
You're here. Let's see what 2023 brings to our community, our schools, and our future.
So remember, as the kids say on YouTube nowadays, follow us, subscribe, hit the like button.
Make sure to smash that bell icon.
Yeah, there you go. Smash that bell. No,
I have
honestly,
no idea what that means.
most importantly, follow the facts and keep an open mind and listen to each other here in Ringwood, because that's how you get all sides of the story. That's what makes Ringwood really Ringwood. It's not just the voices you hear over here. It's us as a community. So welcome back. Welcome to 2023. And we'll see you again really soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.